In the midst of a financial whirlwind, Britain's Finance Minister Jeremy Hunt has been making headlines. Steering the rudder through uncertain waters, Hunt recently issued a cautious autumn statement, a move prompted by the skittishness of financial markets. He has laid out plans to bolster support for the unemployed and spark a revolution in childcare. A significant investment of £4.5 billion in business is also on the cards. Alongside these, whispers of potential tax cuts are circulating, creating a buzz of anticipation. In a move that may raise eyebrows, Hunt is also considering an increase in the government subsidy for private health insurance. This could be a game changer, but it also raises questions about the potential impact on the National Health Service. So we find ourselves asking, are these measures a step in the right direction, or are they mere drops in an ocean of challenges? But are these measures enough, or are there bigger hurdles to overcome? High interest rates and an aging population are seen as barriers to ambitious government spending. So, where does the money come from? The answer to this taxing question could lie in a somewhat controversial approach, one that leans heavily on the wallets of the wealthy. Countries like the UK are exploring the idea of generating investment funds through taxes, especially focusing on the consumption habits of the affluent. But what does this mean exactly? Well, in simple terms, it means a higher tax rate for those earning more. This progressive tax system, where the tax rate increases as the taxable amount rises, is not a new concept. It has been in operation in many countries for years. However, the current economic climate and the financial constraints it brings have thrust it back into the limelight. This approach does have its merits. For one, it could provide a much-needed cash injection for government coffers, allowing for continued investment in public services and infrastructure. This could potentially stimulate the economy, encouraging growth and development. However, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Critics argue that such a tax system could discourage wealth creation and stifle economic growth. They suggest that it could deter investment and entrepreneurship, as the wealthy might feel penalized for their success. Moreover, there's the question of fairness. Is it right to place the burden of economic recovery largely on the shoulders of the wealthy? While some argue that those with broader shoulders should carry a heavier load, others contend that a more balanced approach should be adopted, one that doesn't disproportionately target any specific group. In addition, there's the potential impact on public sentiment to consider. The wealthy are often seen as the villains in the narrative of economic inequality, but they are also major contributors to the economy. A tax hike targeting them could lead to resentment, division, and a potential backlash. However, the question remains, is taxing the rich the only solution, or are there other alternatives? In response to Hunt's budget plan, the market reaction has been rather muted. The FTSE 100 and FTSE 250, key indicators of the UK's economic health, both experienced slight declines. This is not uncommon in response to important budget announcements. The direction of these indices is often influenced by a myriad of factors, and the budget is just one piece of the jigsaw. Simultaneously, the sterling took a tumble against the dollar. Now, this may sound alarming on the surface, but it's crucial to remember that fluctuations in the foreign exchange market are a normal part of the ebb and flow of global economics. The sterling's dip could be attributed to a variety of factors, including the market's perception of the UK's economic prospects in light of the new budget. Now, let's delve into the opinions of the market analysts, the individuals who spend their days deciphering the complexities of economic trends. Their views on Hunt's budget plan have been, to put it mildly, mixed. Some analysts have praised the steady, cautious approach, appreciating the focus on fiscal responsibility in a time of economic uncertainty. They argue that the measures proposed could provide a stable foundation for the UK's financial future. On the other hand, there are those who are less optimistic. These analysts express concern about the long-term health of the UK economy under Hunt's plan. They fear that the increased taxation and austerity measures could potentially stifle economic growth, causing more harm than good in the long run. It's a delicate balance, they argue, between ensuring fiscal responsibility and nurturing economic growth. As always, the devil is in the details, and the full impact of the budget will depend on its passage through the Commons. Only time will reveal the true effects of Hunt's budget on the UK's economy and the market's response to it. For now, we watch, we analyse and we wait. With high inflation, rising interest rates and a potential recession, the UK stands at a crossroads. The Bank of England, in its attempt to combat the raging inflation, plans to continue raising interest rates. This decision, while necessary, could potentially lead to a strain on consumers and a slowdown in the economy. Imagine you're an average consumer. Your cost of living is rising. Your mortgage payments are increasing. And now, with the bank's decision, the interest rates on your loans are set to hike up as well. It's a tough situation, isn't it? On the other hand, imagine you're the bank. You're faced with inflation that's running more than 5 times your target. You're grappling with a cost of living crisis that's expected to ease only within a year or two. Your choice? Raise the interest rates. It's a tough situation for you too, isn't it? This is the crossroads that the UK stands at. A balance must be found. A balance between controlling inflation and supporting the economy, a balance between the needs of the consumers and the needs of the nation. The road ahead is uncertain, but one thing is for sure: the decisions made now will shape Britain's financial future.